Olympic Dreams with Neil Bell.
On July the 27th, 2012, the Olympic Games will begin right here. But for competitors from Kent and Sussex, will dreams of sporting glory finally become a reality? This is the Olympic Park in Stratford, where thousands of competitors will take part in the 30th modern Olympic Games. Tonight we'll introduce you to 6 of them, all from the southeast, all hoping to make Britain proud.
Obviously the dream is the gold medal, the winning goal.
Jackson, beautifully taken.
Yeah, it'd be nice, you know, for me to come from where I've come.
Oh, he's having confidence.
And they've said that whoever comes the highest place gets to go to the Olympics.
So you know it's down to it's a shoot-off.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So this is where, you know, I really feel it's my second chance.
My children are very young, you know, they're only 5 and 7, so I'm missing out on quite a key time in their lives.
You're a decathlete, 10 events. You must be mad.
It's a silly idea, isn't it?
Jackson. See the front end very high.
That's pretty much it. It's as simple as everyone imagines, I think.
Really want to watch at London 2012. Coming up.
Former Olympic javelin thrower Steve Backley turns coach to one of our decathlon hopefuls. And we meet Sophia Warner, who balances cerebral palsy with a family and a Paralympic training schedule.
But first, here's 3 more competitors to keep an eye out for at London 2012.
Kent 1500 metres runner Lisa Dobrisky, who narrowly missed out on a medal in Beijing, is aiming to put a dreadful run of injuries behind her this year. The 28-year-old from Ashford had surgery at the end of 2011 on a hip condition that normally affects ballet dancers. She expects to return to competition in April.
Traditionally, it's the track and field events that grab the big headlines, and that's exactly what our next competitor did back in 2010, when he came from almost nowhere to bag a bronze medal at the Commonwealth Games in Delhi. Now eyeing a place at London 2012, we sent along Steve Backley, the former Olympic javelin thrower, to give him some inspiration.
For most athletes, their job is to master one event. But for decathlete Martin Brockmann, it's his job to master 10. From the high jump to the 1500 metres, he knows if he's to stand any chance of qualifying for the Olympics, he needs to be at his best in all of them. But like any athlete, he has his strengths and his weaknesses. The javelin needs a bit of work, which is why I'm here. So there's one question I've got to ask you. As a guy who threw javelins, that's all I did. You're a decathlete, 10 events. You must be mad.
It's a silly idea, isn't it? But no, but the thing is, I used to do just high jump. I was quite a good high jump. I went to English schools for high jump, but I just got bored. So I started playing around with some pole vault, some hurdles. And then my coach said to me, you know, you can do hurdles, high jump and pole vault, which are probably 3 of the harder events anyway. So why don't you learn to throw and you can be a good decathlete. So still learning to throw, but it's going well so far, so stuck with it.
But it's not quite going well enough. The Maidstone lad's personal best throw is 54 metres, but he really needs to be regularly hitting the 60-metre mark. I took part in 4 Olympic Games, winning 2 silvers and a bronze, and I'm hoping to pass on some tips from my experience. But first, I have to establish exactly what the problem is. What do you feel are your strengths and weaknesses when it comes to throwing javelins?
I've got quite a fast arm, I think, for a big guy. I just don't put the javelin in the right place.
So you can throw a stone a long way?
I can throw a stone a long way.
Okay.
But I just can't put a jab through the point necessarily. So
okay, that's interesting.
So yeah, I mean, I get told.
So you can't line it up. If you don't feel it ever flies efficiently, you feel like you might be able to get speed on it.
It's always stalling out. It looks like it's going to go 60 metres and it dies to 48 instead.
Okay. Okay, well we can work on that. That's quite an easy fix actually. So we now know what we need to work on, but let's start with some introductions.
First, so Javelin, welcome. This is Martin. Yeah. Be nice to each other.
I don't think Martin would consider the javelin to be his friend, but he knows he needs to master it. And throwing one is as much about technique as it is strength, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on today.
Kind of went, but I think the jab came in.
No, that's all right. No, it's good. You look like you've got a tendency to go up here somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's what will kill you off a run-up. The hand's nice and high, the javelin's just ready to go, and then all you do is you whack the right side as hard as you can.
Obviously, it's a bit more complicated than that, but Martin already has a lot of knowledge and he's an accomplished sportsman. At the Commonwealth Games in Delhi 2 years ago, he turned up as a rank outsider and walked away with a bronze medal. That's a big achievement.
How does that feel to compete and be judged across the 10 events?
Yeah, I mean, it poses different challenges to this one event, because not only doing 10 is it physically exhausting, you've got the mental exhaustion of trying to keep mentally prepared for 2 whole days. It's not easy to do. And then you've also got one event will go really, really well, one event will go badly, and I think it's that ability to pick yourself up after the bad events that makes a really good decathlete.
And that's all about mental strength, and as the day goes on, I see Martin has plenty of it. There's a lot to learn, and our training session is tough, but throughout he remains positive. It isn't easy mastering one sport, let alone 10, so making every second count in training is vital to Martin's success. And after a few hours, he really does seem to be improving, and I think we've made real progress.
Yeah, nice impulse stride, good shapes. That's all you're looking for this time of year, is good shapes. You're a tall lad, long levers, and you're using them to good effect there. The next thing to do is just to kind of increase the speed as the winter goes by, and maintain those shapes with speed, and you'll get more distance. Good job.
Steve Backley with that report. One of the stars of the Paralympics will be sprinter Sophia Warner, who has cerebral palsy. But how do you juggle a disability with Paralympic training and caring for 2 young children? Stephen George went to find out. But first, 3 more competitors with Olympic dreams of their own.
400-metre hurdler Jack Green from Kent has high hopes of making the Olympic final in July after impressing at the 2011 World Championships. The 20-year-old from Snodland is the best in Britain for his age.